All right. Welcome, everybody. Oh, that's Matt Monarch right here. Things looking good. All right. Got my cucumber juice. And let's see what we got going on today. Hey, Crystal, did I do the live hangout on Facebook right? It looks like different. Yeah, it looks good. I think they just updated some stuff. What's up, Jacqueline? Just giving it a second for everyone to get on. Welcome, everybody. This is Matt Monarch. I'm in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. Hope all is going well. The dangers of a raw food diet changed someone's life. A video I did. What's up, Patty? Just waiting for a few more people to get on, and we're going to get started. Here we go. Okay, so if you want to ask questions, you can either do it right here on Facebook Live, or you can go to news.therawfoodworld.com/live. It could also be done there. And we've got lots of questions today. So let's do this. Okay. So tonight we're gonna talk a little bit about beauty. I'm gonna answer questions, do all sorts of fun things. My children got a fever and I picked it up a little bit. So if you're wondering why I sound a little nasally, that's why. But I kick those things pretty quickly. But I wanted to continue on with the hangout. Wasn't gonna stop because of a little runny nose. So here we go. I just want to get everything set up perfectly so I can see. Okay, right there. Okay. So we're gonna answer some questions here. Okay, so someone's asking about the organosilica versus the G5 Silica plant. Let me get them right now. Okay. Let's read the question. I'm a little confused now about taking the organosilica and the G5 Silica plant. Organosilica, G5 Silica plant. If I'm taking 4 tablespoons of the G5 Silica plant a day, does that mean I don't need to additionally take the organosilica? Not necessarily. No, you don't really have to. Does the G5 Silica plant totally replace the organosilica? Or are the properties in the organosilica that are not in the G5 Silica plant that are beneficial to you for us is helpful to take organosilica in addition to G5 Silica plant? What is the difference between the organosilica and the G5 Silica plant? Okay, as everybody knows, I was taking the organoliving silica and just experimenting with it. And all of a sudden my hair grew longer than it's ever been before. I did a video on this, I couldn't believe it. It wouldn't stop growing, and I just cut it recently, 4 weeks ago. And if you were to look at the hangout from September 18th and look at me today, you would see this is the front hairs. My back hair is a lot longer, goes all the way down here. But if you look at my front hairs, it looks as if my hair, I wish I could post a picture. Just go to my YouTube channel and look at the September 18th hangout, and my hair was like literally like over here. It's like grown like an inch or two. I mean, I've been drinking a bottle of this every single day. I'm not every single week, not every day. It'd be intense. I just like keep swigging it through the day on an empty stomach whenever I have an empty stomach. And I've switched over to this one, and I'll tell you the differences between them right now. First off, these are the most bioavailable silicas in the world. In clinical studies, it's been shown to boost collagen levels by 19%. In clinical studies, it's been shown to be more bioavailable, 64 times more bioavailable than colloidal silica, more bioavailable than plant silica supplements, and so much more. They manipulate the, what are they called, polymers or something like that, I can't remember the term, to where they don't, I don't know what the word was, but anyways, they, in a laboratory, they stop it from losing its potency. While plant silica products don't do that. So it's kind of, it is natural. It's all done in an organic way, organosilica, but it is extremely bioavailable. And so this was the product I was taking. If you were to take the, I'm experimenting with this now, and I've just put this completely aside just to see what happens because, okay, so this was done for beauty, like our skin, hair, nails, and this was created for people with arthritic conditions. Because this has almost 2 times the amount of silica as in this organosilica. They are 2 different sources, but they're both done in the laboratories. So what the differences between them are in the end, after all of the processing and stuff like that, I'm guessing not much. That's why I'm experimenting with it. I want to see if my hair continues to grow like crazy with this one, without that one. When I first started taking it, I was only taking this and I was blown away by it. And then I heard that this was 2 times the potency for the same price. So I was like, hey, I'm going to be taking both. If you want to get one of each just to see what happens, then go for it. This is like double the amount of silica for the same price. So I thought I would test out both. I have a good feeling that this will work even better than this because it has 23.5 milliliters per serving, while this is 12 milliliters per serving, or it's 22.5 or something like that. Yeah, it's 22.5. Anyways, yeah, 22.5. So this is from horsetail, and they remove the thiaminase from it because that can cause kidney issues in the long run if you're continually taking that compound on an ongoing basis. So that's like one reason why you might want to stay away from horsetail supplements on an ongoing basis. But in the laboratory, they remove it out. This comes from quartz. And it's broken down into an organic form. So there are different sources, same laboratory process. The end result is very bioavailable silica for each one. As many people know, we have a crazy sale on this one right now. I explained how you can use this for arthritic conditions. They did a clinical study where many people who did this procedure with the organosilica skin gel, which I don't have here right now, they would take this, they would take 2 tablespoons, a little over 2 tablespoons twice a day on an empty stomach, morning and afternoon, while putting the organosilica gel into the affected areas until complete penetration happens, where you rub it in until it's completely absorbed. And then in the evening, they didn't do this in the clinical study, but they've had incredible results with this. They said hundreds of people have had amazing miracles practically happen. I was talking to my friend at Joan, where they would, I think I shut that off, where they would put this on, and then they would wrap saran, after they completely absorbed the first the skin gel in the evening, they'd put another layer on and then wrap it in saran wrap. And then the next morning, they would take it off. And then it opens the pores and things like that. And the clinical study showed that like 50% of people's pain went away in their knee and other things. Many people, like 77% had better movement, or I'm not exactly sure what the statistics were, but I did a newsletter on our website. If you're not on our newsletter, go to therawfoodworld.com and just join our newsletter. So I got a really good deal with Organo Living Silica, where they sent us 1,000 Organo Living Silica gels. And what we're pretty much doing is we're offering this at 30% off, like usual, at cost. If you buy 3, you get 1 gel free. If you don't want the gel, because you don't have arthritic conditions, or you might even want to try it for boosting collagen for beauty aspects. I haven't even done that yet. I'm going to send one out here and see what happens. Because that's just like silica going right into your skin. Very bioavailable, absorbable silica. Ooh. Okay, so I got to remember. Crystal, can you email me to make sure I get a couple out here? Okay, so so you can either get 3 of these with a gel for free, and it's already 30% off. even on Amazon, you can't get it lower than $39.95, and this is like below that, plus you get one free. If you don't want the gel, you can choose 3 of these and 1 free. It's just a really good deal on our website. Just go to rawfoodworld.com, type in oregano, and it's there. So these are really good. Again, I drink cucumber juice all the time. This supposedly has silica in it. My hair still didn't grow past a certain length. It wasn't until I started taking this to where it just went nutso. All right, so let's see here. So I'm drinking cucumber juice. What's up, Denise? I'm just seeing if there's any. Okay. All right. Okay, everybody, hello. Okay, so going on to the next question, I think I answered them all. Okay, dragon's blood. I've heard it stains your teeth. Dragon's blood is, it's a sap from a tree in Peru. You have to get all sorts of permits to bring it out. It's hard for us to keep on the shelves. We're actually gonna run out again very soon. We still have some right now. So many people, there's a lot of testimonials, people who would swish it in their mouth, and it's very astringent. You'll feel everything just like go, like shrink together. And so people have claimed that their gum levels have went from like a 3 to a 4, like making it better. It's like one of the best things for gum issues. There was this one guy who said that his gums would bleed all the time, and he took this as the only, after years, he's tried flossing, he's tried everything, only this helped him. It's a blood coagulator. It's antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. And it's also been shown in clinical studies to heal wounds 4 times faster. If people are just tuning in, my children got a fever and I caught it. I kick these things really quickly, so I'm a little nasally, if you're wondering why I sound a little off. But pretty good for a beauty hangout, right? But I wasn't gonna stop doing a hangout for a little runny nose here. Okay, so how do you get rid of them if you do? Okay, so if you get dragon's blood stain, people can get stains from drinking green food powders on their teeth. I did that I was addicted to green food powders when I first got raw, and one day I opened my mouth and my teeth were like completely like stained. And I thought like they were getting messed up. And I was freaking out. I called Dr. Fred Vichy. He's like, take a Sonicare toothbrush. And he told me at the time to take this product called Active H, which isn't really available anymore. Anyways, our tooth soap product called Tooth Brightener. You put that on it has to be a Sonicare toothbrush, the ones that vibrate, makes a beep noise. It kills bacteria just from the sound. But what happens is you put that over your teeth, and you put the tooth brightener on a portion of your teeth and just keep it there, and it will take all the stains off. I'm not saying like if you have deep embedded like cigarette nicotine stains, it's going to do that. Maybe it will. I don't know. But raw food eaters, you generally get their teeth stained, and they don't realize that it's just simply like green juice or something like that. We're working on the spiritual hangout thing right now, and the website didn't get finished, and he's like working on it right now. I'm trying to see if he could finish it. Okay, it might be finished. Did you give any links out? The propagation is finished. So okay, I'm going too soon. One more thing. Okay, CC works. Okay. Okay, so more on dragon's blood. Also, I see a lot of comments online that a lot of people have trouble opening the nozzle of the dragon's blood, and sometimes it explodes when you try to take it out. How are you supposed to open it safely? Okay, so this stuff is like, okay, most dragon's blood on the market is very watery because they add usually other items to it. Ours is pure dragon's blood. So where we do it in Peru, we seal the bottle to where you actually have to take a pin and open the top. I've never had an issue where it explodes. Maybe just don't squeeze it as you're poking it, but you simply just have to take a pin. It's pretty simple. Okay, so moving along. Okay, so here we go. 3 more questions. Does dragon's blood have an expiration date? Yeah, it's like, it'll probably be like 2020 is my guess, like 2 years out. I was looking at the product on Amazon and I read a bunch of reviews and the questions came up a lot. Okay. I read on a website that dragon's blood helps shrink lightened skin tags and moles, like beauty marks, I think. Don't know if it's true, so thought I would ask. Okay, there's this 14-year-old girl named Akira who's kind of like a family friend of mine. And for some reason, I don't know why she did this. She just like intuitively, she didn't read anything. She had a mole and she put it on every day, twice a day for 30 days. And she said it made the mole disappear. I tried to do it, but I can't like remember to keep putting on the mole every single day. But like she went to sleep, it was like a 14-year-old kid. Why would she even lie to me? I was like, wow, that's crazy. So I do believe it has the potential to do that, yes. Can dragon's blood be used to get off eczema? My aunt has it and was thinking about buying it for her. I have found a lot of sources on whether or not it helps with eczema. Okay, so it has the potential, possibly. It's antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial. But generally, eczema is an internal issue. Generally, what a person needs to do is take one of their worst habits and stop it. We all have like some sort of bad habit. For example, I was actually getting eczema right here. I never get eczema. Because me personally, I started doing things I shouldn't be doing, like eating like high levels of raw chocolate, sugar every single day. I was just like indulging, I guess you could say. But that's like beyond my like normal diet of very pure. I'm very pure. I know most people won't have an issue with that. But when you take your diet so far, like for example, if you were on the standard American diet, eating McDonald's, you're fine. It doesn't mess you up. And then if you go on a whole foods diet for 5 years and you clean your system out, and then you go back to McDonald's, you're probably gonna have breakouts. You're gonna have all sorts of issues because now you're cleaner. So the further you take it cleaner, the more issues little things can do to you. So it's more like what we want to do is to stop the habits that are not really the best. And that's probably the #1 beauty secret that you can do for yourself. Is take your worst habit and stop it. Your worst eating habit and stop it consistently. And it's not easy because you stop it, you go through the withdrawals. As soon as evening time's done, you're back from work, you've eaten, you've done everything you've done, you have nothing to do right at this moment in time, your brain gets to relax for a minute. And now all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose and you're fiending for that bad habit of yours, whether it's drinking every single night, whether it's anything, whatever it is. Maybe you're eating some major potato chips, watching TV. I don't know what it is. So that's eliminating that one habit is like the ultimate beauty secret. When I stopped doing like chocolate and like condensed sugar, even raw coconut sugar, because of how clean I am, I noticed my skin all of a sudden improving. It wasn't easy at first. You know, I was like fiending for it. But what I noticed was the main thing is just to get to that point where you can get to bed without doing it. It's just a very short window. And then you wake up feeling good. I mean, you'll be detoxing a little bit with whatever is happening. You'll get bad breath sometimes, but it takes time. And at some point, you might even look worse, beautiful in terms of beauty aspects as you detox, but your face is almost like more oxygenated. But then as time goes on, your skin starts to look better and better and better. And ever since I've been like really strict with everything that I've been doing, I've been noticing like a lot of changes. Plus I was doing some other things. We're going to talk about, I guess now is a good time to talk about this beauty aspect. Okay. Change over social part. CC works. Okay. Okay. So someone's asking what dragon's blood is. It's a sap. It's actually used in a lot of beauty products too. I know a lot of you know Crystal Strayer. She's one of our she's our beauty expert here. She helps with the Hangouts. She came to a retreat a while ago, and you know, and she wanted to do a test, and she put straight dragon's blood like all over her face. And you remember I told you it was astringent. She was saying like she couldn't even handle it for long. I don't know, Crystal, maybe you can post your experiment here. Did your face stain? Did it do anything good? But anyways, what it is comes from, in Peru, we bring it out. It's not an easy process to get this stuff. It's a sap that comes from a tree, Croton lecheri. And it's been proven in many clinical studies to heal wounds faster, 4 times faster. It's antiviral, antifungal, all of these different things. And we're running low on it. Why do people talk about it? We're running low on it. Okay. Okay, so let's look here if there's any questions. What do you recommend for candida overgrowth in the entire body? What's the difference with those and the Self Food brand? What's up, Heather? Okay. Candida is kind of a similar thing that I'm talking about here for beauty. Generally, we're doing something that if you're to eliminate your worst habit, like eating refined sugar and processed starches, then generally the candida goes away. For example, when I know people who have serious candida, they think, and when they eat healthy at their consistent diet to where they know when they're eating their best, they don't have candida issues. But when they go off and eat like crazy amounts of fruit or lots of chocolate or like with sugar in it, then all of a sudden they get breakouts. So then they stop and then their candida goes away. It's kind of like our habits is like a big aspect in regards to that. Have you ever had any issues with histamine intolerance? My body is reacting to most of my favorite raw foods. Help. So histamine intolerance is usually like an allergic reaction sometimes to something. There isn't, what is it called? There's an enzyme that you can take in a supplement form that helps prevent that. But generally, maybe you should look at what you're taking. Maybe it's like a bunch of sugar that you, because it's considered raw, that it's good. Okay, so here's Crystal. Pure dragon's blood on the face is intense as a mask. It can tighten and firm the skin. And she said LOL, so it was like really intense. It can tighten and firm the skin and used frequently can boost collagen. It can stain towels. It did not stain my face. It just looked scary. Ha ha ha. Okay. But you only did it one time and you said you wouldn't do it again because it was so intense or something like that. If that's what I remember properly. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit deeper into beauty. Okay, so for those of you that are just tuning in, see how we're doing. Okay, if you're wondering why I'm a little nasally, my children picked up a fever, and then I'm not gonna stay away from them. I just kiss them like right on their cheek nonstop. And what happened was I kind of got nasally from it. I kicked these things really quickly, but I wasn't gonna stop the hangout because of it due to a little runny nose. So for those viewers tuning in, that's why. And I'm doing a beauty hangout with a little runny nose. Okay, so me personally, all I ever did for beauty was eat healthy. I honestly, I don't think since I've been raw, which is 20 years now, I don't think I've ever even washed my face. I don't even know if I washed my face before that. I probably did. Anyways, I would never put any skin cream on or anything like that. Anyways, so I noticed about 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I got crazy wrinkles on my forehead. And then as time went on, they started coming over here too really badly. And I was like, oh man, this sucks. I thought there was nothing I could do. When I was starting this business, I would like be up all night thinking nervously, and I'd catch myself in bed like going like this all night long. So I think maybe that's one of the reasons why I got such crazy wrinkles on my forehead. But anyways, so I decided, based off some friends' advice, to start trying to use a cream or something like this or just to like make myself look younger or something. I'm like, really? Seriously? It means wrinkles. What can you do with wrinkles? So anyways, I found this face wash. Probably any face wash will work. I don't have it here. I only actually used it like 3 times because my daughter's used it in the little tub out there and it's all gone now and there's bubbles to the ceiling. I'm getting another one, but it takes forever to get here in Ecuador. But so what I did was I put this face wash, it was a natural face wash, and I would just like clean my face with my fingertips with the face wash. I've never done that before. And then afterwards, I was wanting to put some Living Libations products on. And what I did was I took, you know, Crystal's top 20 products, and I took the Maverick face cream instead because that's my favorite and I feel it works the best. And I started pouring all the different top serums into this this cream, this Maverick face cream. Because, you know, in this video that we did with Crystal, she was talking about first you apply this and then you put that on and then you do that. There's no way I'm gonna do that. So I just threw everything in this cream. And so I just like applied it all over my face. And then, I don't know, I seriously think it was just from washing my face once. And then like, all of a sudden, I'm like all my, like these wrinkles, they're not gone, but like, they just like diminished. And like, these are like totally, it's like they diminished more. And I'm not saying like doing this process is gonna work for everyone. There's people that wash their face every day and they put skin creams on twice a day. But I noticed like, so my conceptual beauty regimen that I talked about in the newsletter is kind of like going hardcore, like washing my face one time, putting cream, this cream serum on religiously for like a day or two, maybe wash my face for a day or two, and then I stop because it feels like it's too much anyways for a really long time, like 7 days, 10 days. Let my skin recover, rebuild, whatever it's gonna do. Because a lot of people do this like ongoing, like they're continually putting the stuff on, and like, I noticed when I started to do that, it wasn't feeling good. So then I would do it again. And then I would watch the process of my face. And like recently after doing the face wash and this, I couldn't believe how good my skin looked with my wrinkles going away. And then, you know, a few days later or something, maybe 5 days later, it would even look worse on some level, wrinkles and everything like that. It's almost like, I feel like it's like a up and down, but if you do it like, and you let your face recover, I think it gets better over time. So like the downs aren't necessarily as bad like as I continue to do this. So I feel like I'm making progress, but being like I'll religiously just put stuff on my face. For example, I even took like the Cell Food cream and put that on. Like I would just do a bunch of stuff and then I would stop. It felt like it was just like too damaging or something, but I would do it for like a day or two. And what I noticed was just a major improvement. I wish I wasn't so nasally right now from catching a fever from my kids. Maybe I wouldn't have like, but I think you could probably see the difference. Many people have seen that, like, and also keep in mind, I've never washed my face, so it was very effective because I've never done it before. And so the Living Libations products, on top of that, it seems to be just doing wonders for me with this methodology that I'm doing. So someone said, you didn't answer my question. Why do you drink cucumber juice all the time? Okay, so I require a lot of liquid every single day. And water is like water. It's like, I drink water 1 time a day, 32 ounces when I wake up to flush my system. But water it's like acts as a transport medium for toxins. When you drink vegetable juice, it kind of rebuilds the body with vitamins and minerals. So let's take a look. I'll show you. I also like to do a lot of sweating. Whoops. So when I sweat more, I even require more vegetable juices. So I go in the bathtub, and I will go until I can't go anymore. A lot of times I do it in the morning and in the evening. And then it's like you sweat all the stuff out and you drink crazy amounts of liquid. And then it's like you just like push everything through. It's like cleansing the system, so it feels so good. So what we have here are 4 different vegetable juices that are very easy for me to obtain here. This is wild green juice. This is straight celery juice. This is carrot juice. And this is cucumber juice. Now, every single day, I would probably drink anywhere between 8 to 12 juices per day, depending on how much I sweat. So imagine drinking 12 juices of carrot juice. That'd be a lot of sugar and intense. Imagine drinking 12 juices of wild green juice. Oh, my stomach just turns at the thought. Imagine drinking 12 bottles of celery juice. This seems to be a little bit more manageable. I mean, but the taste isn't nearly as good. It's more dense. So what I do is, this has the least amount of sugar. Celery has a very, well, these have it's least amount of sugar. It's not invasive. It's practically water. And I could literally drink as much as I want without digestive issues, flushing my system. It's like organic water. So it's like, it tastes sweet. It's usually a little bit more neon green, but they included the seeds today for some reason. So yeah, I just drink crazy amounts of cucumber juice every single day. When I run or right before I get in the bath where I'm gonna sweat like crazy, that's when I'll mix these 3 together. Because then it's like my system can like handle it much easier. We also have coconut water out here. This is just my favorite. I could just drink this endlessly. And that's why I drink the cucumber juice. And I guess that's another beauty secret, just to flush everything out, lots of liquid. Is that peeled cucumber juice? Yes, it's peeled. And seeds are usually taken out, but they're in there right now. That's why it's a little bit more white. Okay. Someone says, I noticed a difference on you for sure with my skin and stuff like that. You can't be a day over 30. You look so young. You don't need any cream. Crystal's always telling me also that I don't need cream. I have all the elements working for me here. I sweat every day, pushing everything out. But look, I washed my face with this face wash, put these creams on, and my wrinkles went away. And again, I think I don't need it also, and that's why I'll do it like one day, and then I'll stop for 10 days and then do it again. But it's, do you guys think that that cream is not beneficial when the elements are working for you? Do you think it can actually degrade my skin? I'm not a beauty expert. I'm just giving my experience here. Let's see if we got anywhere on this. Ask your questions because we're running out. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I always tell about you to other people. You're my inspiration. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Cool. Okay, so any other questions here? What can I talk about in the meantime? It's only 7:35. We got a lot of viewers? Oh yeah, we do. Okay, so let me hit refresh. Maybe there's more questions here. Okay, so right now, we have a contest to where we're giving away 3 all-expense paid retreat vacations to our retreat center here in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. That's right. We're paying for your plane ride, your taxi rides, all the gourmet food you can eat, all the cucumber, vegetable juices, whatever you want to drink, all the coconut waters you want to drink. all paid for. And we have 2 ways you can win. You can go to our website, which is, we're having a free shipping sale until the end of the month. And free shipping is awesome. Every time you order, you get a entry into the contest, anywhere from the beginning of this contest, which was a week ago, until October 31st. We're also giving away 150 other prizes. There's another way you can win by sharing the contest. We're giving away 2 retreat vacations for people who, for the contest where people order. And then we're giving 1 retreat vacation away for whoever, for sharing it. You get points for every time you share it through social media. Crystal, what's the, oh yeah, the rawfoodworldcontest.com is the other way to win it. That's a free way to win. And then you can just order on our website as another way to win. We're giving away B12 patches, lots of CBD oil, Nidak Rebounder, Easy Green Sprouter, all sorts of things. And this will be announced in a Hangout after the contest is over. We'll be giving away 3 retreat vacations. So that would be awesome if you wanted to support our sale and have your chances at winning an all expenses paid vacation. Have I heard of ASEA? I haven't, no. Can you do all 3 ways? Yes, absolutely. You can go in and share everywhere, and you can order on our website as many times as you want. Every time you do these types of things, it's kind of like an entry into the contest. It's not international, I guess. It's international. You can do it. You can do both contests internationally. One is free by just sharing it at the rawfoodworldcontest.com. So yeah, it works for international. The rawfoodworldcontest.com. All right. Okay, so let's talk about this major beauty aspect. Out of all the beauty aspects that we were talking about, the one that is the most important is taking your worst habit, whatever that is, whether you eat potato chips at night, whether you eat crazy amounts of sugar or processed starches, and stopping it. And stopping it. This is a very huge thing. This is like the #1 beauty secret. When I started being more strict with my diet, I was like, I'm just done. I wanted to feel really good and everything like this. This is one of the reasons why I've looked good lately. This is like, I just like went strict again. And then like, I became more bright. My skin improved, just so many different things. And so it's almost like you gotta work for your beauty. It's almost like you gotta fight for it. Because when you eliminate your #1 thing that is the most, that you know is not your best habit, you're attacked afterwards. For example, if you eliminate refined sugar, all of a sudden you're attacked by cravings. And then like you're sitting there at night, ready to, you've got through your day of work, you've eaten dinner, now all of a sudden your brain stops, you're all by yourself, and now you have nothing to do with yourself, and this is where the craziness comes in. And the goal is just to make it through this small time window to where you can get to sleep without doing that that thing that you do. And then you wake up, and you might be a little bit more groggy because you're going through withdrawals. For example, when a coffee drinker eliminates coffee, they go through the withdrawals of the coffee. If coffee is your thing, then if you were to eliminate that, you would probably notice a beauty improvement. If that's the worst thing that you're doing. The thing is to choose the worst and then do it consistently. And then it's even more intense the next day. It's almost like, and then that one, you're doing good because you're focusing, you're at work, you're doing all your different things, but then that window comes again at nighttime after you eat, and you don't know what to do with yourself. And all you have to do is make it to that point in bed, fall asleep, and wake up. And then each day you do that, you start to feel better. You have more alertness. You have more focus. People are gonna be like, wow, you look good. all of these different things. And there's spiritual aspects to it also, because when you do this type of thing, emotional issues come up, which sometimes controls us on some level, and we can't control ourselves, and then we binge or something like this. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because when you get to this point of binging, many people, what they do is they spiral, they do really well, they binge, and then they spiral down in sorrow, like, oh, I messed up so badly. And then what they do is they use that as an excuse to just go back to their old ways. But what we want to do is, like, if you've taken it that far to the point where you just like can't control yourself, many people never get there because they're not even going to be willing to not have their potato chips while they're watching TV. It's almost like a success. But the issue is, like, why can't you control yourself? So here you are, you eat the food like crazy or whatever you're going to do. We're fighting for beauty here. And then what we want to do is not go guilty, because that's an energetic spiritual downfall. And it's almost like you go into loops in your head, and then you're just like, it's almost like being fed upon. It's like crazy. But I'm not going to talk about that much here. That's going to be what the spiritual hangout is for, that we're going to do every Thursday. We're trying to get the website up. I thought it was going to be done right now, but it's not. But anyways, we want to look at this as success, almost like a video game. For example, when we used to play Super Mario Brothers back in the day when Nintendo was popular, I don't know what, now it's just like iPhones, I guess. You would make it all the way to the dragon, and then you would die. And what happens? You just get right back up and you start over again. So when you get to the dragon where you can't control yourself and you eat, it's almost like to start the video game over again and be excited about it, that you actually succeeded and made it to the point where nobody really ever gets to. Because you can control, you took it to the point where you were doing so well, you went through so much withdrawals and detox to where you couldn't even control yourself, to where you ate the food. And then what you do in the video game is, once you're at the dragon again, you learn all the different aspects, how high it jumps, how it moves to the right, how many fireballs it does in a row, whatever it is, you learn all the inner aspects to where you can defeat the dragon the next time. So when you get to this point to where you can't control yourself, you kind of want to like focus and like look at the entire situation. Why can't you control yourself? What is happening? So here you are, you just did really good. You are doing really good, you're going through withdrawals, and all of a sudden you can't control yourself. You don't want to eat this food, but you can't control yourself. There is a suffering, an energetic suffering, pain, and misery that is happening at this moment right now that is controlling you to pick up the food and eat it. And what we want to do, since we're at this dragon we're doing really good right now, we made it to the dragon in Super Mario Brothers, we want to look and focus, look at it and pay attention and examine every different aspect. Because what's happening at this moment in time is an energetic feeling that doesn't feel good. And you want to look and kind of like see all the different energetic components at play here and learn them. Oh, that's just a vibration, but I don't want to experience it and suffer, so I'm going to eat. But if you look at that energetic component, you'd be like, you know what? It's not that bad. I'm not going to let this thing control my life. I want to fight for my beauty in life. And you learn it a little bit more, and you're doing really good. But then, like, later in the evening, you mess up because you weren't focusing as much, and you just eat like crazy. It's another success. You even actually made it further. So then you get right back on the Super Mario Brothers game and go. And if you're playing it this way, your beauty is going to improve anyways, because you're making improvements on an ongoing basis. You're making it further than any person, 99% of the people in the world who just listen to the doctors who tell them, oh, take antibiotics. You don't need to improve your diet. The Diabetes Association will just pretty much like tell you to eat refined sugar is fine in portions. It's like, this is what the system does. So you can just relax, sit in front of the TV, do what you do, and not have to worry about anything, you know? So it's actually you're doing really well here. Okay. Let's see what people are saying. Self-control is so hard. That's what we're talking about here. That's like the mission. What is self-control? Why do we even need self-control? Obviously, something is happening for us in order to need self-control. Look at what's happening. Next time where you can't control yourself, look. Don't look at the logic. Don't go in your brain and being like, oh, it's withdrawals, it's detox. No, we're trying to open our eyes here and see what's going on. When you're guilty, you just give up. Yeah. Okay, let's see what people are saying. Yeah, I noticed more wrinkles in my face. It's my 29th birthday, not happy. Oops, cancel. Okay, yeah, cravings are the worst. Okay, I noticed that you are more clearer, thinking better. You do not pause for very long between thoughts. Yeah, it's because I'm eating better and doing things like that. I'm a little, I picked up my daughter's fever right now, so I'm a little, foggy brain, but yeah, I noticed it too. So I just have to stick with it for you guys. Okay. All the research coming out on coffee is showing that it is a huge disease reduction and life extension agent. Okay, but there's people who drink 8 cups a day. Like if you want to take the most incredible benefits of coffee, it's like the face regimen. You do it once, you stop it, you take a shot of coffee. Like if you want to get the benefits of it. Okay, I took a shot of coffee when I was raw once. I had so much focus. It was incredible. It was like amazing. Like I couldn't believe it. I was flying. But then I had crazy amounts of gas, and then there was kind of like it's not something like the one time it was a very good experience. It's almost like used as a tool. But if I were to start doing that every single day, I'd probably start getting breakouts. I wouldn't be clear in my head for you guys. It's like those, because of how clean I am. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but yeah, there's studies showing it's good. There's studies showing it's bad. I'm not here to judge. Do what you want to do. But I'm just saying, if you're to take your worst habit, whether it's whatever it is, and stop it, it'll be the most amazing, potent beauty aspect. I knew that I was coming out with my story and all these things that were happening. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go full hardcore force. I've been very sharp. My face has been looking really good. It's simply, the main thing I'm doing is improving my habits. It's pretty much it. But yeah, coffee was fun. Like a few sips did that to me. But I can't do something like that every single day. It was just like a boom. It was a tool. Okay. The spiritual website, if I can't get it up today, it's actually propagating right now. The issue is it's only PayPal. You can do credit card through there, but we're trying to also set up the credit card aspect at the same time. So that's coming very soon. It will be here. I might be able to announce it tonight. But I know a lot of people have issues with the PayPal using credit cards, and it's annoying for some people. But here, I'll give you the URLs right now. We changed the URLs, and now it's propagating to the next one, so you might be able to see it. The old URL was healinghangouts.com. The new URL is spiritual. He's actually telling me what to give you guys right now. spiritualdynamicsofhealth.com. Yeah, that's what he told me to give you right now. spiritualdynamicsofhealth.com. The first Hangout starts Thursday. You can ask your questions all the way up till, we got to probably set that up. You can sign up right now if you wanted to. We couldn't find a way to give a free Hangout with the plugins and all these other things. So it is $20 a month if this is something that you're interested in. To be honest with you, I only want serious people in there anyways. And we're going to go over the spiritual aspects in great detail. There'll be very I won't be like holding back like I do on these Hangouts. So I'm a teacher. My classroom students are getting a bad virus. I picked it up. What can I order to help? Okay, so the way I kick colds really quickly, like I'm really good at this, is I will literally take crazy amounts of our camu powder. This is pure camu powder. And a lot of other companies, they put maltodextrin in. That's why it tastes like Pixie Sticks sugar. This doesn't taste as good as theirs. Maltodextrin is not good for the gut. It's been shown in clinical studies, actually. And I will literally like just down this. What this does is it feeds our neutrophils, which are a certain kind of white blood cell that fights colds. And that's why our vitamin C levels deplete when we're sick. So what you want to do is eat crazy amounts of camu powder, and they just eat that right up. This is an all natural vitamin C. It's camu. It has the most vitamin C, whole vitamin source vitamin C, compared to any of the other vitamin C products on the market. Like ascorbic acid is just one component of vitamin C. You're missing out on like tyrosinase, and which is a copper element, and so many other aspects. You want the full spectrum. This, I personally feel, I've even had incredible results, is the best vitamin C you can possibly imagine. And I'll just eat crazy amounts of this, feed the neutrophils, and I stay away from all sugar and starch. Because when you eat sugar and starch, these neutrophils will, instead of killing the virus or the bacteria or the fungus, this is what the neutrophils kill, they will go after the sugar, and starches break down into sugar. So it's just like eat crazy amounts of this, eliminate refined sugars, processed starches, even like high glycemic raw foods. I'll eat like papaya or strawberries, that's fine. But yeah, I might even like stay away from papaya if I'm sick. But anyways, and I take loads of this. It's just like, it's crazy. Yeah, I picked up a cold from my daughters here. Sometimes it's hard because either with time you get used to it, to being strong, if you continue being strong, or you're just more tired of fighting and give up. Okay, so what we were just talking about was trying to do the #1 beauty secret, which is eliminating our worst habit, but then like there's points when we're extremely weak. We get to the point where we're doing really well to where we can't control ourselves. Now what I'm telling you to do is pay attention during that time. Let's say you get guilty and you're like just smacked down to the ground and everything just seems like really hard and difficult. What we have to do is simply realize that this is actually a very good thing that is happening, and to pay attention again. And if you can spiritually get out of that rut to where you're just like slammed to the ground, you learn all the different aspects on how to get out of it to where you can do it whenever you want. And there's also a way to where you can get help, to where all of a sudden all that stuff is taken away and now you're back to feeling good, feeling great. And then what you have to do is pay attention again and see why you fall. And then what you determine during that time is you try to learn all the mechanics, like those feelings, vibrations, all of these different things while you're falling, or maybe you can even succeed. Maybe you're lasting longer without becoming into that state of helplessness. But you learn all the different aspects and then you're back down to the bottom, and then you want to learn as much as you can here. And then you might get help. Help is the best thing you can ask for. I'm telling you, it's the greatest shortcut you can possibly imagine. But if you want to grow, then you're going to have to experience this over and over again until you understand it completely to where you can stand yourself. And this isn't something I can logically tell you how to do this, do this, do this. I mean, I'm kind of doing that right now. But what you have to do on your own is to figure it out, keep going through the process and paying attention, connecting and paying attention and fighting. And I mean, So I can't give you the inner workings, but I was thinking about, there's this one song that I think can help. It's over here. It's from My Little Pony, the movie, you know, and it's pretty much Rainbow Dash saying it's time to be awesome is pretty much what we have to do. It's hard for me to explain how to do it, but I think Rainbow Dash does a really good job. Let's listen to this. This is my iPad. Okay.
I know the world can't get you down. Things don't work out quite the way that you thought. Feeling like all your best days are done. Your fears and doubts are all you got. But there's a light shining deep inside beneath those fears and doubts. So just watch them and let it shine for all the world to see that it is time, yeah, time to
Be awesome.
Awesome.
Let's hear about it. How it used to be and how it is.
You've no idea how hard it's been.
I know.
This dull routine we've been forced to do.
I know.
Don't let them rob you of who you are. Be awesome, it's all
Up to you.
I feel the light.
Oh yeah.
Inside, it's like it tells you what to be
Woo!
told.
There's a light, baby. Raise up, baby. Awesome. Let's hear it. Let's hear how it used to be when we were little, all right?
We used to soar through the clouds in the skies. We rescued our treasures, joy and
Saving those gems on for a rainy day.
Let's be awesome. Woo!
So take this forward and toss them.
Woo! Time to be awesome, baby. Time to be awesome. This doesn't mean go take your boss's orders from work and go toss them. No, it's to take these freaking energetic things that are coming down on you, that are controlling you, which is the true system, and saying, no, that's what we're tossing, and you fight. And this is what the new Hangout website is going to be all about. If you want to go sign up, spiritualdynamicsofhealth.com. If it's not propagated, try healinghangouts.com. It's only PayPal. You can put your credit card in through PayPal. If that doesn't work, then you can put your credit card in next week if it doesn't work for you, the PayPal aspect. So guys, I can give you logic and all that there is, but it's that light inside that is burning that needs to be awakened. And we want to ask for help. That is the #1 critical shortcut you can possibly imagine. Some people call it the highest spirit of all. Some people call it God. Some people call it the source. Some people call it Jesus Christ. So there we go. I'm telling you, if you start connecting like that and you start paying attention, you will notice the downs, the ups, and the arising can start happening with more enjoyment in your life. This is Matt Monarch. It's been 1 hour. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next live hangout. Oh boy.